think a bit of everything. Definitely a lot of action. There's been a lot of action so far. We're all on this boat. We're all going to Neverland together. We have, heroes. We have villains. We have a pirate. We have a savior, and all these characters live their life, with a different code, a different set of rules. So it's definitely going to be explosive. It's definitely going to be dynamic. It's definitely, there's definitely going to be some fists that fly for sure. Well, I think there's this whole idea that he wanted to get back. He wanted to get back to Fairy Tale Land, and of course he couldn't wear a sword. A sword was of no use in Storybrooke. Although I think he probably could have found some uses for it, but I think it just gave him something. Something he wants to get back to himself. And I think that's an important thing, particularly for Charming this season, in season 3, is that moving forward with the character. Season 1, we started out to where he didn't know who he was. All these characters didn't know who they were. The second season, the curse is broken. They find out who they are, and the curse is broken. So then they have this duality. He gives this speech where we are both. And now I think this season is going to it's about him moving forward and getting back to his pure self. All of these characters getting back to who they truly are. And I think in moments of great turmoil and great chaos, and I think this is certainly one of those moments, I think this is where Charming really gets back to himself, and he has these moments of clarity in which he really knows how to go forward. And there's definitely going to be some things that affect him in this first half of the season that it's going to be difficult for him he's going to have to try really hard to stay on that path of clarity. No, I don't think it was a good show. I think he made lots of mistakes. I think he makes mistakes all the time. I think he's super impulsive. I think he kind of runs into situations. I think he always has a good heart. He has a really good heart. He has great moral code, but I think sometimes he can get really hot-headed, and I think that can get him into trouble sometimes when he doesn't stand back and think about it for a second. I think he did some good things, and I think he did some rash things. I think he probably could have done more. I think he did the best that he could in the situation. Neverland's a new world to him. I think he's certainly never been, as far as I know. I mean, that could change. Anything can happen in the show. But as far as I know, he's never been. He's aware of the land. He's aware of some of these characters that live in this place. So I think it's going to, with all these characters, it's really their true colors are going to come out and shine for sure. I think we kind of came to a mutual kind of understanding by the end of last season that, Fairy Tale Land was the place for us. And I think it is the place for us, even though it is very different from when we left it. It's not the same. It's desolate. It's a destroyed land. And I think, who knows? I think, eventually, I don't know. I really don't know if they'll ever go back. I think for Charming, it's important that they go back. It's important for him. I think he wants to go back. But who knows? Maybe they create a new life in a new realm somewhere, or who knows? I have no idea.
Because he's with Stanley Robinson
in Neverland. Yeah, exactly. Living in the trees. That'd be kind of cool.
Sure.
It's warm. It's tropical.
Disney owns it.
That's a good point.
Good point. No, I think that's what's fun about it. I think that's what's great about taking all these characters and kind of spinning them on their heads and showing you different sides of all these characters, and not just doing strictly the Disney version or strictly the Once Upon a Time version or strictly, whatever version is out there. I think it's great that we've kind of created our own mashup.